What's good, everybody? It's your boy JB9 Deuce, representing JB Speakeasy, the black platform where black men speak freely. Once again, I am your host, JB9 Deuce. Welcome, everybody. I'm glad to have you guys come to the show. For everybody that's watching, I have a question today about something I've been seeing in the algorithm of YouTube lately. In the probably last couple months, I'm actually late kind of doing the story. It's called Passport Bros. It's traveling overseas for ballers or weak men. That's traveling overseas for ballers or weak men. And just for some people who need a background on Passport Bros, basically it's this movement of men who feel like, well, today's choice of American women are very slim as far as who is more liable for the idea of marriage. Excuse me. Now, my opinions on this is that when it comes to this Passport Bro movement, in my opinion, as a man, I would never try to judge another man on what he feels or what he believes is, his better option or what his best choice for who he picks as a wife. It's none of my concern what other people do in their relationships. That's my personal opinion. But I've been hearing a lot of things about Passport Bros, the men saying that, the women over here are more submissive. They're more ready to be wives. They're more prepared to be wives. And the women over here are not. They're taught to be independent and not need men, which, that to me depends on the person you are. See, me, I live in America, and I like American women because I was born as an American man. But I have not been overseas, so I can't really speak on an experience of going overseas. But I'm pretty sure if those men are finding happiness in those other places, then it's none of my business to say whether it's good or bad. But I want to find out other people's opinion today. So I'm gonna play a clip really quick, and me, and on this show, while I'm playing clips, I'm gonna get other people to come on. So here we go. I'm about to take my face on so we can make some room here for the clips, and I'm play a few clips of people that talk about Passport movement, since they probably know a lot more about it than I do. But I just want to get this an open panel discussion. I just want to get everybody's opinion on it. Here we go. I'm gonna play a lady who seems to have her own opinions on it. Here we go.
Because we have a lot of, I feel like they can't take the feminism and the fact that we actually speak up for ourselves. Okay. And, the fact that we're independent and we do our own shit. And they don't like it. Some people don't like, some men actually do like it, but these men, I don't know why, they're so against it. They don't like to see us shine. I just don't know why.
What do you think about Passport Bros? What's your opinion about that concept?
Well, I think that they go there because they can't really handle us here,
Okay.
because we have a lot of, I feel like they can't take the feminism and the fact that we actually speak up for ourselves.
Okay.
And, the fact that we're independent and we do our own shit. And they don't like it. Some people don't like, some men actually do like it, but these men, I don't know why, they're so against it. They don't like to see us shine. I just don't know why.
What do you what?
Okay, well, there you guys have it. A lady has spoken on Passport Bros, and she's saying that maybe it's due to men not respecting the ideas that feminism has put into the ideas of men. Or the idea of feminism putting the ideas of men or women's independence and that they may not need men. But I think I may have a different take on it. And I believe my take is, as a man, I'm a very traditional man. So I understand the idea of having what's called a submissive woman, but let me give you submissive in my definition. Submissive woman in my definition doesn't mean a woman that just bows down and does whatever I tell her to do. But a submissive woman is, even if, let's just say we're having a conversation on something that betters our house or our marriage, I'm gonna be like, baby, this is what I propose, and then she proposed back to me. We can have that discussion, but I believe that submissiveness for a woman is, no matter what my opinion is, that I tell my husband, if he's in agreements with it, that's what I go with. If he's in disagreement, then I have to go with that. But I will always make my opinion known. You get what I'm saying? I seen it with my parents. My mom and dad would make several decisions. They didn't know I was listening from the next room. But a lot of times my mom and my dad would have discussions. A lot of times my dad would take into account what my mother would say. But then sometimes my mother would say things that he didn't agree with. And they will have these round table discussions between the both of them. My mom will always end with this rolling of her eyes and say, okay, well, honey, what do you want to do then? Just so we can end the conversation. But my mom, to make no mistake, my mom is a very independent woman, and I can see that my dad honors that by always valuing her opinion. But my mom always gives my dad reverence as the man, because remember, men are supposed to be leaders. And as your leader, you may not agree with everything your leader says, but if he asks you to do something or tells you to do it, you can voice your opinion, but At the end of the day, it's his decision. It's much like Congress and the president, right? The president can make no kind of decisions without Congress. But however, the president also has the power to do something called veto, which means if I have to make a decision in the field, there's a one, because the president has this power to basically be like, you know what, Congress, I got to do this. I have to make this move and I can't consult with y'all right now because it's for the betterment of the country. Well, I believe that's the same thing for a marriage. It's like the leader, who is the man who has the most responsibility. He has to make a call in the field. Doesn't matter if a woman works. Like my mother worked all the time. That didn't take away from my dad's position of him being the man in which she had to consult with. If I'm wrong, please tell me why. But I will be putting the link and giving people the link on this idea of passport bros. Passport bros. Hold on just a second, guys. I actually want to bring in somebody that I highly admire. If he has some time to come in, I would like for him to, come and speak about this subject. But I believe that if a man decides that he wants to go overseas to get a woman in like which I described, a woman who believes that, yeah, I have my own job, yeah, I have my own opinion, and yeah, I have my own thesis on things, but my man is the leader. And if things go wrong, whether it's my opinion or not, he's going to be held accountable for whatever I say or do. I do want to say this, though. Just because I feel like the man should have the last say does not mean that a man doesn't honor his woman's opinion. You get what I'm saying? So what is my point? My point is hold on just a second, guys. I'm pausing because I'm trying to get this guy. I know he talks on this about passport bros. I would love for him to come on. His name is Edward Anderson. Let me see if I can get Mr. Edward Anderson to come join us today. Let me see. Hold on just a second, guys. Like I said, I'm trying to. Hold on, guys. I'm really trying to get this young man that I read 200K. That's his name, 200K. 200K. I'm trying to get this man. Edward 200K. Okay, his name's Edward 200K. No, his name is Alan 100K. Okay, Alan 100K. Okay, Alan 100K. All right. All right, guys, I'm sorry about that. I was trying to get in contact with this man named Alan Anderson. He's a good dude that I respect and I watch on YouTube. He's going to come give his opinion on Passport Bros. But I would like to say this, though. any man that decides whatever he decides to do with his money and with his life and with what he does, I have nothing but respect for. So if you're the type of man to want to go across seas to find a wife, especially one that I described just now, a woman that is submissive, not in the universal terms that the world says, but in the terms that I said, a woman that just reverences her man in every decision, then I believe that, there's nothing wrong with that. I would like people to come on. I'm going to actually send people the link. Hopefully people have a moment to come talk to me. Ferris, I just put the link in the description box for you. A few other people that I would like to talk to about. Jay, my cousin Jay, if you got a moment, bro, please come on, bro. But I would like to talk about this idea of passport bros. Basically it seems like a movement where men are going across seas to find women that seem like they're a better type of women to marry. Here's my opinion on it. I hear a lot of American women saying a lot of disrespectful comments towards these men, saying, oh, they must be weak. They can't handle American women. Let me concentrate on this word, handle. As human beings, we both have, as both men and women, the ability to have self-control and to be a option or feel like a good option to the person in which we feel in dating. To tell somebody that they're weak because they won't tolerate a certain behavior, to me, sounds asinine. I believe that if a man says, I want this in a woman, I believe that that should be honored by that man as he sees fit. You know what I'm saying? Once again, guys, I'm gonna play another clip. Here's another Passport Bros clip. I don't want to just be talking about myself, but I want you to hear what some of these other people have to say about Passport Bros. Here goes another woman. Her name is Miss I forgot her name, but let her introduce herself.
I have a serious question, and I'm not even being sarcastic. Y'all know I like to play around and act dumb. Why is it that some black women will say, oh, black men ain't shit, all they are is abusers, they leave their kids, all this stuff, right? And I hear it all the time. And I'm not saying every black woman, because again, I'm black, I don't say shit like that, and I have a lot of friends who are black women who don't talk like that. So I'm not saying all black women, because there's some beautiful ones out.
Okay, for example, before I go on, this is not about black women. This is about Passport Bros. Passport Bros are saying that they go across seas to find women that are more eligible for marriage. If you're watching this, I see somebody watching this right now. I would love for you to come on. If you know anything about Passport Bros, please come on. I'm gonna put the link in the description. I would love for you to come on and have this discussion about Passport Bros, because I'm confused. I believe that any man or woman that goes abroad to try to pick a wife that's suitable for their liking, there's nothing wrong with that. Bless God, bless black women's heart. But I don't think this is about black women. This is not about black women. They're saying this is about American women. If you're a man and you want to go abroad to find a wife, I find nothing wrong with that. If you think I'm wrong in my assessment, please come and tell me why. All right, go ahead. I'm going to play. Well, in fact, I don't like her, the way she started off. I want somebody else to come in and talk about what Passport really represents. This is a show called Fresh and Fit. They're discussing it. I want to see what they have to say about this. Passport Bros. Okay, Passport Bros. Please listen to it. I want everybody to get their own opinion, but I want people to actually have a talk about it. Here we go.
Foreign country to get ads.
Okay. How'd you hear about the Passport Bros movie?
Through YouTube.
I'm sorry?
YouTube.
Through YouTube? Who do you watch that you put you onto this?
I don't know. It's just like in the algorithm. I can't say like what channel, but I overheard it in a
You
video.
overheard it? Well, when did you find out about it?
A couple months ago.
A couple months ago?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there you go, guys. One girl on the panel knew it. And I've told you guys this before. Like, most girls from the United States don't know and or care about Passport Bros. Long story short, she was right. It's basically guys going to other countries to find women that are more feminine and submissive and more traditional, more attractive. Colombia,
I get that.
Philippines.
So do you that?
I'm here, aren't I?
No, but like one time I heard you say that will you ever get a wife, you're gonna go get her from the Middle East.
Oh, yeah, I would go to UAE,
So
but that wouldn't be a passport, bro, really,
I'm just
because they're going to certain countries of a certain
They
demographic.
go to like Colombia. Philippines, Thailand.
Brazil.
I could
poor
imagine those
countries
girls is
typically.
really submissive over there and very woman-like, very ladylike.
If only Americans were the same way, but they're not.
We
but-
got too much freedom.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that's why women deserve less. Book coming out very soon, niggas.
No, it's true,
No, I'm just
it's
kidding. It's
true.
not right now. No. Here's the thing. It's not that women deserve less freedom or any of that. No, I think we need.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna let them talk for a minute because I want everybody to get an understanding what this passport bro thing is. Kind of new to me, but just like I said, this is not about black women, it's not about white women, this is about American women. These men that go across seas say that they date women that were trained culturally to be wives. I don't find anything wrong with that. But I also don't want to put down American women either. Let me give a disclosure. JB, as an American black man, has nothing against American black women, American white women, or American Hispanic women. I'm just saying that if those women are trained to be wives, if a man who has a certain level of standards feels like this is what they want for their life, I don't think we should judge them for that. But let Fresh and Fit, because I don't listen to their show, but let me see what they have to say and the people on there. Go ahead.
Obviously,
and thank you for the person that's watching. I appreciate your time. Please watch, and if you have an opinion, please come on. I would love to hear this person that's watching. I'd love to hear you come on. Here we go. Do the ladies care about passport bros? Let's go.
Same social privileges between both were equal in that regard. It's just that what's happened is since women have entered the workforce and make their own money, they don't need men.
They
and
become masculine, and that's not
But
right.
the other thing too is that, let's be honest, most women don't like most men.
Yeah,
that's really what it comes down
Women
to.
are rejecting like most men that come at them.
Yeah. So like it used to be where like girls used to, deal with guys because it was a necessity, but nowadays they don't need to because they make their own money. I'll put it this way. Like I always look at women look at men like men look at jobs, right? So men look at jobs of, okay, I need to do this. It's a means to an end. And most guys don't like their jobs, but they deal with it because it gets them where they need to go. And they're willing to leave that job to find a better job if it gives them more money, more benefits. Women are the same way with men. Hey, I don't really want to work, but it's a means to an end, and I'll take this job. But if a better one comes along, I'll take that job with the better benefits. And they're willing to move on. That's why women initiate breakups, because a better job came along, aka a better guy. So that's kind of the way I look at it. But since women don't like most men, they're not going to deal with most men. So a lot of guys is like, damn, I'm an average guy, right? I'm like a 5 or a 6. I can't even attract a girl on my level because she's dating guys that are 6, 7, 8s, and 9s. So I got to go somewhere where it's more even. And a lot of times to be even, you got to go to like a Brazil, Romania, Ukraine. These are places that used to go.
Walk the dirt roads.
Well, not necessarily.
To the city.
Like a lot of these countries aren't like that.
Okay, well, it seemed like this lady just said that they only want women that walk on dirt roads. See, I think these are big assumptions because none of these ladies have been overseas. So how can they really say what they do over there? All I know is that, let me give a little background on my opinion. I've met women from different countries and stuff, especially when I was in Job Corp and did different things. You work on certain jobs, you're going to meet different people. And if you talk to certain ladies from other places, they were taught to or appreciate things that I don't think American women appreciate. Like here in America, because of like what that lady said, women can work now. Over there, they actually appreciate men that work. Not for the fact that they can't work, but for the fact that it's something to a woman's nature that makes her be like, oh, this man works hard. He must be, it turns them on. At least that's what I thought, is a man that goes and get an honest dollar every day. Even if you hustle every day. I mean, that's getting a dollar, even if it's not so-called honest according to the judicial system, but against the fact that a woman likes a man that gets up and is a go-getter. That's all I'm saying. Those women over there appreciate go-getters more than women over here because they can go get it themselves. But at the same time, a woman's not supposed to not appreciate a man that's a go-getter here. No disrespect, ladies. I'm just saying, respect the man. If you're going to get up every day to make sure you're provided for, regardless if you work or not, you should respect that man. My mother did it, and my father worked and she worked, but she still respected my father. And I love my mother dearly. Shout out to Sheila Brown. For these reasons, I'm glad I had a mom like I did. Go ahead. I'm sorry, guys. Go ahead. I love her.
Poor. It's just that the women have different values.
They were raised different.
Yeah.
I agree because I don't like how Americans act.
Yeah.
You might as
really
well call
don't.
them niggas Captain Save-A-Hoe then.
Well, I will say this though. Ultimately, at the end of the day, when they do leave America to go wherever they go, like Colombia, you guys don't care. I mean, you're still here.
Yeah, that's why we tell. That's why we tell
So,
people.
Yeah, they don't care.
A lot of guys on this side of the internet tell us like, "Oh yeah, bro, like we're gonna stick it back to these women, passport bros." And I'm like, bro, they don't give a fuck that y'all niggas are leaving. They don't care because most women don't care about most men. Period.
I
They
don't
don't
even
care.
know what
That
that
life is
passport
miserable.
was. So I really don't care.
That's miserable as fuck. Who the fuck want to be? Oh,
Because the girls over here.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I got my cousin Dev on here. I know he can either back me up or give me a great opinion. Young Dev, what's good with you? Welcome to JB Speakeasy, brother. Go ahead and talk to the people.
How you doing, my brother? I didn't catch what the topic was on, nor did I see the video. So can you catch me up to?
Oh, of course. Well, today's show topic's called Passport Bros, right? And this is a subject where there's a group of men who feel like American women probably are not marriage material. So they said that maybe because of cultural differences between us and, let's just say, Brazil or Philippines or even Asia, they might actually find those wife-like qualities in those women. So my question is to you, and you can be as honest as possible, I know you will, is traveling overseas for ballers, like people that got the money to afford the type of women they're talking about, or for weak men that cannot get a woman here in America? What do you think? No, honestly, I'm confused. I just want to know what people think.
I find that like crazy as hell. Honestly, when I first heard it, Passport Bros, just the name itself sounds corny as hell.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I mean, don't get me wrong. People find love everywhere, so
okay, of course.
So I can't deny the fact that, hey, maybe some people might need to go outside of anything. But my biggest thing, and this is for everybody, this is not like this is across the board, it's something everybody should be paying attention to.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody once ever in life said, or in this scenario, because there's other type of guys and women that desire a certain type of and do certain type of things to get those people. Why not just become the person that you're looking for?
You know what? That's what I said. Go ahead, though. That's what I said. Go ahead.
Because I don't know. I mean, I guess they're looking for a custom, and even in that, because what those men are necessarily asserting to is what they want is yes woman. I want somebody to always think I'm right. Air quote submissive.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not a wife's role to just be yesy all the time.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I need you to be like, hey, no, baby, those aren't your morals.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sometimes I need you to stand with me in public, but not correct me, because I just literally heard somebody say this. And a woman said, I don't correct my husband. I allow my husband to be my husband. I should trust the fact that my husband is able to make adult decisions, because I married a grown man. I didn't marry a little boy.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. She said, I also have the opportunity to give my opinion,
right?
Allow my husband
to
self-check. She said, it's not my job to check my husband. And sometimes I gotta clear my voice when I say this. That's a man's role as well.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I'm not here to change you. It's your job to change yourself. But let me give my opinion, and because you love me, my opinion should matter to you so much that it brings you to this self-awareness.
You're right. Exactly. See, I knew you got my back on this. Go ahead.
And so, I mean, I don't know. And that's just even across the men. And as a man talking about, oh, I'm going to go find my wife. That's not, you shouldn't even be worried about that personally.
Right. And let me add on to that. Were you done? I didn't want to cut you off.
No, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, for sure. Because my thing is, I agree with you 100%, Devin, on the whole idea of, see, my thing with submissive, I think we need to put, because you know me, I'm big on words. We need to put proper definition on this. What I believe, Josh's opinion on submissive is a woman that, even though, yes, I'm married to a man, and yes, he has his opinion, like you said, as a woman, I know, or I should have my opinion validated. Which 100%, I'm okay with that. Just like I gave the example, you said you didn't watch earlier. I gave an example of my parents. My mother and father then had many knockout, drag-out fights about decisions, but my mom would do this thing where she'll make what she said clear, and then if they can't come to this decision, they'll be like, okay, honey, what do you want to do, right? Meaning that, not that my mom's opinion wasn't validated, but she respects, because remember, men in relationships, we're supposed to be leaders. We always talk about the Adam and Eve thing, with the men, our responsibility, because think about it, in a decision, in a household, if the household fails, it's the man's fault, regardless of what the woman's opinion was or not. So if that's the case, then we should have the ability, like how it is with president and Congress, where, yeah, the president has to consult with Congress with every decision, but they always have what? the power to veto, which is why I always talk about the red button. The red button is the veto button, to where he doesn't have to ask the Congress, I have to make this decision best for the country, including y'all. Y'all must trust my authority. Here's my thing. I believe 100% in a woman giving her opinion, because men, we aren't always right. But at the end of the day, hold on, Ferris. I'm talking to Devin real quick. I'm gonna let you on in a second. But I believe 100% that a woman has an opinion. But if all the responsibility is on us to make the final decision, I believe that if a woman married us, she's already vetted us out to know that even when I'm right or wrong, I know this man chases righteousness. So even if I don't agree, maybe he sees something that I don't. Submissive to me means I'm going to give my reference to the man, but before I do, he's going to honor my opinion before he makes that decision. That's what I say. I don't want a yes man. And as far as these men across seas, I believe that they keep mentioning culture. And we have to admit, Devin, in certain cultures, women are raised differently. It's not better or worse, but it's more like some women are trained. Man, all this motorcycle in the background. But anyway, men are trained, or those women are trained to be like, I have a respect for my husband. I do agree with them on that. And American women don't have a respect for the idea of marriage, less on.
Well, yeah, those are in certain scenarios, because you have to look at European people. Those women are fast. If you look at the Asian community, the reason why those women are more submissive is because in that culture, the woman isn't shit. So it's yes, it necessarily is a cultural thing, but I don't agree with more of those cultures, because it's more behind the scenes. I'm shutting you down, and you don't have an opinion.
Well, see, now I have to disagree to this. We got to be more specific on cultures too, because, like, let's say in the Philippines is a matriarchy, and in the matriarchy, people make the misconception, because I researched it. They make the misconception that women's opinions aren't validated. But at the end of the day, the man does respect the woman. But it's like I said earlier, if the household fails, it's my fault. So if anything is my fault, regardless of what the woman says, if it's still the man's fault, then that means, yeah, I could take what you have to say in accountability. But if you trust me to live righteously, then my opinion, even if I take yours into account, mine still dominates, because if things go wrong, it's my fault.
I gotta take responsibility for it. I
So
tell my girl that all the time.
Exactly. And hold on just a second, Devin. Ferris, this is my other cousin, Devin, his blood cousin. Shout out to Ferris. Thank you. Welcome to JB Speakeasy, bro. What would you like to say on this conversation about Passport Bros? I know you said that.
You know what? I don't know too much about them like that right now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead, bro.
So right now, I'm just riding in the car right now. I'm just riding with it right now. I don't know too much about them. I heard about them. But yeah, I'm listening too. So yeah, I'll pop in. I'll be in a minute. Yeah, y'all go ahead.
Okay, for sure. And Ferris, this is my other cousin, Devin. I value his opinion very much. Devin, this is my other cousin. I told you from Chicago. Ferris,
how you doing, brother?
Yeah.
Hey, what's good, fam? Yup.
So I had to give everybody a proper introduction. But before I get it to you, Devin, excuse me, I would just like to say this. You know my views on women a lot of times, but I don't believe a woman's supposed to be a yes woman, and I don't believe that they're yes women, but I believe in their culture, they're taught that a man has a very valuable place. In America, I don't think women are taught that as much. They're taught, since you've got money, then you don't have to listen to a man. And I believe men were more than just like ATMs with dicks, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
I say that all the time. I'm not just an ATM. I can't be just an ATM, because my happiness might be more. But it as far as that's very true. A woman do see it as a, this is my man. But I always say, we have to stop focusing on the media, because the media makes it seem like there's a majority that isn't. Because there's plenty of women that aren't like that are more like our moms than we see.
Right.
But I also go back to the point of, and I love that you're having this conversation, the man's fault in all of this, because Passport Bros is a weird thing, because what they're initially saying is, because I either don't want to do my job here, or it's easier to do it over there.
Okay,
Which is
well,
the wrong thing.
Go ahead.
Because if all men stood up and thought like a Josh and a Devin, it wouldn't. Once again, you're either gonna get it my way, you're either gonna do it my way, or you're gonna find somebody lesser to do it. That's not just a woman thing. That's a man thing. You're gonna do it my way, or I'm gonna find somebody lesser to do it. And to stay on topic, a lot of those men that are doing that are old, white, weird.
Yeah,
man, I'm not gonna be timid because you brought me on. I'm not gonna be timid about the race thing.
Exactly. Hey, that's what I want to know.
White men are not capable of really putting their foot down.
Go ahead.
I know a few. Don't get me wrong, because I know it's people that are listening to me. I got plenty of white homies. I got white cousins, and I know they have that side of them, but that's just because they've been around the culture,
right?
And that's just real talk.
No, it is. And I'll just add on to this, bro. The part with easier. I'm gonna concentrate on the word easier used for a second, because my thing is, as a human being, because I hear a lot of American women do say this. They say that you go over there because you're not strong enough to handle a strong either black woman or white woman or whatever. But my thing is, as a human being, we're not put on this earth to handle people. We're put on this earth to find someone that is like-minded. And my thing is that because at the end of the day, for you to move across seas means that you have money, which means you have some form of discipline, you have some form of work ethic.
That's not always true, Brody.
Well, it's not always true, but do you think that? Yeah, in fact, let me ask you that. You and Ferris, do you guys believe that maybe those men are over there because they feel like I want a woman that respects my work ethic and my ability to run a household, or not?
No, because I know what you're talking about now, and I've seen it online, and I'm like, I've literally dived into this. No. There are people that were giving dads money who won a trophy. And that's weird to me.
Okay, yeah, okay.
That's very weird to me. It's and I have to go back on the word easy. Me and my girl now are like-minded on a lot of things.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
You know, Josh, because I come to you to talk about it. When it becomes unhard, when it becomes hard for us to be like-minded, that's when it becomes I have to deal with what comes with this. She has to deal with what comes with this. So yeah, sometimes I'm gonna have to. It's a pull and it's a give and take thing.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm not gonna take more, if that makes sense. As a man, I'm not gonna put up with too much. There's a smaller straw than I get more room on this leash than you get on this leash.
Okay, I get that.
But you still got a leash. And it's not gonna be easy. And let's because like I said, I'm not gonna hide on the cultural thing. When a black woman is by herself, and this is, I'm looking at it from one perspective, because there are black women that are just
out of line. It's okay to say that.
Right.
Out of line.
I'm trying to find the right term for it. So I can't talk about them because misery loves company, and you can tell a fool that it's a fool, but a fool won't know it's a fool. So that when you're dealing with a black woman that's had to do it by herself, there is a certain toughness that she has to have. So
okay, can I pause you right there, just because I understand where you're going with that. I understand when a woman is independent, she has to take on certain what we'll call either masculine traits or traits of being tough, right? But that's when you use the word independent. When you become in a relationship, that is where that must cease. And I think that's where most American women have a issue, is ceasing once you get a man, because you've been doing it so long. But just because you've been doing it so long doesn't mean you have to adapt. I also can't give excuses to women that refuse to adapt, because some women will have, like if you listen to some women, American women, not just black women, but if you want to specifically start doing culturally, it seems like a lot of black women have this idea, not our moms, but I'm just saying they have this idea that just because I'm independent, I don't need no man. And they try to take that into a relationship, and that's going to conflict, because at the end of the day, like I said, leadership comes with certain guidelines. And if a man has the guidelines of this is what we're doing and this is what we're not doing, you have to honor that. And if a man is righteous, then she should never worry about him being a dictator. Because I understand what you're saying. Like, no man should be a dictator. I agree with you on that. But at the end of the day, if it's we agreed that if the relationship fails, regardless of what a woman did, then that means that puts more responsibility on me, which means I should have a little bit of a power, like I said, with a president to a Congress.
I'm not saying that we shouldn't have power, because we do. Like I always say it in our conversations. Adam, where are you?
Yeah, let's just okay. I'm staying away from that one because that could be all day. But go ahead, I get what you're saying.
But no, like that's a real thing. Yeah, I have to have, like I just said, I get more room on this leash. But you got some of the leash.
Yeah, okay, I'm good with that. And that leash is supposed to be us in agreement, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind talking with my wife about like, baby, what you think on this? And if we can't come to, I'm talking about in a situation where we can't come to a consensus, meaning an agreement, then I do expect her to be like, because remember, men are supposed to be logical. I'm talking about a righteous man. You know what I'm saying? A righteous man is supposed to be logical enough to take his woman's opinion into account. But if I'm held accountable to let's say her opinion is wrong and I go along with it and it causes us to fail, her in the society going to look at me as if I failed because it's like overridden.
Trust me, I'm a victim of that. Well, you shouldn't have listened to me.
Right.
What do you mean I shouldn't have listened to you? I'm supposed to trust you.
Right. And that's going to make me make the decision to listen to you less. Because I understand what you're saying, Devin. Like, we have this conversation, like, because I don't ever want to give the misconception. This is the first time Ferris has heard me speaking too. I don't believe in bullying women. Just go along because I said so. But no, it's more like, baby, I'm gonna hear what you have to say, but I done logically thought about this. You're thinking about from an emotional standpoint. Emotion is always dominated by logic because logic weighs out the things emotion doesn't. Could you agree with that?
Yes, to a degree, because everybody's logic isn't logical.
Right.
You get me?
Well, see, if they're not logical, then that wouldn't be logic. You know what I'm saying? Then that means there's flaw in it. It's supposed to be flawless. But yeah, go ahead.
No. Sometimes logic is flawed. Sometimes logic isn't made sense all the way, but you get it. I don't get how I breathe, but I know inhale, exhale, and that's logical.
Okay.
So, I mean, just like with us, we look at it two different ways. You're more Magneto, and I'm Professor Charles Xavier. Both of their ways is logical. Both of their ways make sense. And the reason I know that is because even though they're on two standpoints of it, you see where it connects.
Yeah.
It's just their views, because logic, it also plays a part of what you see. Logic is what I see. I know this is a TV because everything I know about the TV. So logically, what I'm seeing right now is a TV.
Right.
But to people back in the day, to the Indians, and there are certain Indians that still believe this is a spell that is draining our spirit.
Right.
My logic says that yes, this is a TV, but logically, this is a spell that's taking from me. So you have to really discern logic from actual, what's the word for it? Because even truth can be misconstrued. Like,
right.
You have to really take it for its actual detail, you know?
Right. And see, one thing I like to say about truth, Devin, because we also talk about this too. I'm a big I'll say contrarian to the idea of truth, because truth is one of those things. It exists at beginning, middle, and end. And sometimes emotions can disrupt that, because sometimes with truth, like the truth is, sometimes people say the truth hurts. Sometimes people even say that if you speak truth, you'll be faced with opposition. So knowing that those things exist, can we give more credence to truth or more credence to emotion? Because emotion could be deceptive as well.
I mean, both of them are deceptive. You just have to be able to discern. And there we go. That's what I was looking for. You have to be able to discern how you're supposed to go about it. Because even
Yes.
with logic, even like, okay, you break into my house and I shoot you. Logically, for me, that's the right fucking thing to do.
Right.
But is that the correct thing to do?
I mean, I would say yes, because you broke into someone's house. Now, everybody knows that breaking into somebody's house is wrong. Let's just say that person was breaking in to feed their family, whatever. That may be the feeling of it, but the logic says that's still wrong, biblically and law-wise. So, and both, we have the ability to get rid of the threat, because you're now a threat. See, the person that's breaking in doesn't care about the well-being of the people they're breaking into, but the person that's defending their household, logically, is defending their household. Nobody wants to kill, but you put me in a position. See how the logic exists at all points? It's like, well, yeah, I feel bad, but feelings are deceptive, because it's like, yeah, I feel bad for killing this person, but they didn't feel bad about breaking in my home. But the logic says, you break in someone's home, you might actually die. You get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, no, I get what you're saying, but there's still a choice for that person that matter, because most people just shoot, and that's why they have certain laws around people breaking into your house and shooting at them, because some people just go out there and be like, oh, this is logical for me to do this, when in reality they're either seeing that it was a mistake, I'm trying to get out, or I'm already leaving. There's a lot of
caveats. I understand what you mean. Yeah,
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So logically, yeah, sure, get rid of that nigga. In actuality, it's too many variables, you know. So
yeah.
that's the only point I'm getting. Let's stay on topic, because we always do this, Brody.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But but while we're at this point, Ferris, would you like to join it? Because I don't want to leave you out either on this, bro.
Yeah, I was just listening to what y'all saying. I feel where Cuzzo was coming from too. Because like it do be a bunch of variables. It's almost like it's logical to protect your field, to protect your family if somebody was to break in your house. And you know, the other person that's doing it, that person might even feel bad about doing what they doing. You know what I'm saying? But say, yeah, logically it's right for you to kill them or whatever, biblically and all that. But then on the human side, say you hit the light switch and then it was your loved one right there. You know, if it was your loved one right there, so now is it still logical to just kill this person?
Right.
I see what you're saying. But see, if your loved one is there, though, especially if you're talking about like a child, right? The child may not understand what you're doing, but at the end of the day, remember, as adults, we have a lot of more, I say, influence over children. The child may not understand what's going on, but it's up to us to explain it. That goes back to the caveat. Yes, I understand what you guys are saying. Like, it's wrong to kill, but that person that broke in endangered that child as well. But the child don't understand that. But us as the grown person understands that. So it's about the greater good. And sometimes truth is about the greater good, even at the expense of the person that's being emotional. Because remember, that person that's breaking in, he's not breaking in for no reason. He wants to feed his family, but you're putting my family at risk to feed yours. So you're not acknowledging my role. So that arrogance then comes with a punishment, which is why the Bible even says thou shalt not kill. But the law of Moses, the same one that says not to kill, says if someone breaks in your home, then God himself, the creator of all of us, you, me, and Ferris, will say that what? It's okay to kill, and his judgment won't be upon us, because you're doing what God said to do. God's word is the what? Greater good. So we must think about the greater good, even at the expense of the person that's violating the rule that shouldn't be violated. You feel what I'm saying?
No, yeah, I most definitely understand that.
Yeah. Hey, look, this is what I want to know too. Now the passport guys, where they from? Like, what are they? What's their nationality?
They're white.
Yeah, well, no. Hey, Devin, real quick. Some of them are black too. They're all American nationality wise. They're American.
Bro, have you like really seen them? They're called they are Carltons, bro.
So how
No,
long
some
they
of them
been
are.
doing this?
No, some of them are, but like Devin, I don't know
No,
about
I'm
this.
talking about even the black guys. Some of they're Carltons, bro. They're
Yeah.
literally like jockey club. My dad goes to the
Right, but
golf
let me say this:
club.
what about the ones that actually like us got it out the dirt? And if you got anything out the dirt, you realize that the importance of hard work. And if you're gonna work hard to get yourself to that, fuck the Carltons. Let's just say the Wills or the people that work hard to get that level of success. Do you actually want to deal with a woman that says, you know what, fuck your success, fuck your grind, fuck your getting out the dirt? I'm a woman, and just because you're supposed to deal with me. Do you?
But no, well, see, no, those people like that, no, we know our self-worth. So
exactly.
I couldn't allow myself to deal with that, and that goes back to what I said. You're either going to do it my way, or you're going to be gone. My
that's what
my
I'm
spiritual
at.
pressure, my spiritual pressure won't bend for you. You're either going to get mad enough to do it my way because I'm not budging, or you're going to leave me.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that because I worked hard to earn that ability. That's my point. I don't agree with the passport bros because there's two type of videos I've seen with these passport bros. Is the ones that the lames, like you talking about the lames that just go over there because it's easier to control them. But I think about also the men that say, look, I worked hard to be able to provide for my family. And if somebody wants to disrespect how I go about protecting and feeding and providing for my family, then you have to go. That's where I'm standing on that. You know what I'm saying? Devin Ferris, what y'all think about that?
I mean, yeah, but they're... Oh, go ahead, Ferris, my bad.
I was just thinking like, how long I'm thinking about these guys, you know what I'm saying, and who they are, you know what I'm saying? Yep. Because I heard them a few times, but I really don't know too much about them. And so, I'm just trying to get a more of a feel of who these guys is in person and why they doing what they do. And it's like, how long they been doing this?
For a while now.
Well, hold on, Devin. Let me say this. There are two types of passport bros. The ones that are the lames who just like how Devin, how you said, just want women to control. And then there's the other ones who said, I work hard for an American woman to tell me that because she works and worked less than I did, to then tell me what she ain't gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
You know what though? It's like this. It's like they've been doing it for a while, so like they doing it for the money, they doing it for their channel or whatever, they because if they doing it this long and the objective is to find a wife overseas and they ain't found one yet, you know what I'm saying, they do better off here, and it's different stuff for different folks, you know what I'm saying, everything that a man looking for in a woman is right here, you know what I'm saying, and same vice versa for women. And like Cuz say, it's like about what you will or will not take, and if you go against the grain, then that's when the problems come in, because when you meet somebody and y'all get to know each other, you know better,
Exactly.
Yeah, you know better. We still do it sometimes,
Now, Josh,
the times be there,
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's it.
Nah,
I feel like if they was real, they would accomplish what they were looking for. To write, and then as of now, just entertainment. Like bro say, it's TV. And a lot of times TV made sure a glimpse of a small reality. Man, people will take that and run with it and make it the whole reality.
That's true too as well. Yeah.
Yeah, like whole societies will. Like all these things about one chick. She feel like she ain't want to go to the cheesecake place, Then as
I covered that.
A chick gonna make a list off of it, right. And then the media run with it. It end up on the news and everything, And people really like that. Validated a lot of things with a lot of people feeling like it's cool, and people that feel like it's not cool. It validated that. But then you see how it go from that to a chick make a whole list, and then now guys come back with a whole list. That just came from just being influenced by TV.
Yep, that and it was a plan to get everybody divided.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. They push to keep people against. They gonna project like the roughest stuff ever happened, and you be seeing the little glimpses and pieces of it. But then at the same time, everything you're looking for right here. You just gotta be in the right places. Or something like that. Like, and there's a bunch of women looking out. They ain't nobody perfect from the beginning,
Very true.
And some people come from different demographics. They just different, but there's people that really want to do better, they not perfect, but they want perfect. They willing to do whatever it takes to try to be that, you know. So, you know, you ain't gotta go overseas, but I seen somebody go overseas and do that, and it looked cool. It looked good. Like, dang, bro did that. You know what I'm saying? But you know.
Okay, let me ask you this, Ferris and Devin. Oh my bad, I didn't mean to cut you off, bro. But I have to ask. Yeah, I have to ask this question though. After you just acknowledged what because I did a show on it too, Devin and Ferris, where it talked about those people that talked about the women who wrote that list about you can't take me here, you can't take me there. The women across seas aren't necessarily making that argument. So are those ones I'm talking about? To me, if I had to advocate, I'm gonna advocate for the ones that worked hard to be able to make the choice. Are they wrong when they read American women say things like you can't take me to the Cheesecake Factory, blah blah blah? Are they wrong for that?
Ooh, ha, he ha ha. He ha 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 hoo ha ha. It's like why?
It's like you know why be these days. Like if she said that she wanted to be named Tom, he would have to respect that. It's like you can be who you want to be, you know, but everybody not gonna accept what you want to
if
be.
your mama named you Linda, I'm calling you Linda.
Right.
Or Lin
right.
Lin.
You know, and then they gonna either accept that or they ain't, you know.
But see, look, this is my thing.
But girl, she might just want to feel like she might really feel like, you know, I'm worth more than a cheesecake, you know.
Oh God!
But see, I gotta. First I gotta put. No, go ahead, Devin. Go ahead.
Hold on. Like, but see, this is my thing. You want to know why I'm on the fence with that? Because it's like, bitch, if I want to take you to Cheesecake Factory, that's where I'm gonna take you. And it's like, you better be happy when it
exactly. I'm paying for it. That's my thing.
Like, let's say if I'm like you're in a relationship and I'm the breadwinner, and not even the breadwinner, I do everything.
Right.
At that point, nigga, if I want to go to Cheesecake, I want to go to Cheesecake. But do you want to know why I'm on the fence with that? Because my girl knows not to be driving with me and decide to say, oh, I'm going to do something spontaneous and pull in the Wendy's.
Right.
Bitch, what the fuck are we doing here?
right. See, what pisses me off with that is it's all on my dime. If I'm paying for
even if it was on her dime, I'm not eating Wendy's.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna. She knew who she was dealing with, though. She knew who she was dealing with, and that's why she put it like that. You know, he was a real
gentleman, and that's what I mean, and that's the point I was getting at. At some point, Josh, you love the word accountability. Even you gotta be accountable and know the bitch you dealing with.
Yeah, and it was like he probably seen a sign or two, but you know, sometimes it take a 3 or 4. And
hell no, it shouldn't take 3 or 4.
He did what he did, you know.
One at a time.
Yeah, he was a gentleman. He took her back to the crib. He didn't trip out. So, you know, it was cool. You know, he seen what it was.
I can't feel bad for you for repeatedly repeating the same habit. That's called insanity.
Yeah.
No, I get that too.
You know who this person is. You showed me who you were already. Now, yes, you can change, but you showed me who you were. And until you win my trust back, or until you can win some type of rapport on me seeing that you changed, you are who you are to me.
So let me ask you this, Devin.
This is what you showed me.
Okay, let me ask you this, Devin.
I can't be mad at that.
I understand.
Point, I chose to deal with what I'm dealing with.
Yeah, but let me ask you this, Devin.
I don't agree with it to a degree, but I agree with it because, like I said, let my girl pull up to Wendy's. Let her even attempt to say, "Arby smell good," and babe, do you want some? You know I don't get down like that.
Yeah, excuse me. Let me say this though, Devin. Sometimes vetting out a person takes more than just 1 and 2 encounters. You get what I'm saying? So how long do you think it would take? And this is a question for you. How long do you think it would take to vet out a person? Let's just say that they fucked up in the head, but they think, maybe they might change. Because remember, everybody talking about soul ties and stuff like that. So that, and when you talked about that, so that actually affects men just like it affects women.
Oh yeah, it affects men more.
Okay, so if that's the case, then not cutting her off, how long do you think it would take for a man to be like, okay, yeah, she's really not getting the point and she has to go? Because Devin, I'm behind saying, bitch, you gotta go. If you're gonna be this unappreciative and no gratitude, you got to hit the road.
Every man is different because every man don't know their worth. For me,
that's
it's
true.
different.
That's true. That is very true.
I can say this, and I'm at the point where it don't bother me to say it no more because I've learned my self-worth and I've worked on my insecurities. I didn't know who I was dating Alicia. I didn't know who I brought to the what I brought to the table. So now dating Delilah, it's different because I know where I need to stand as a man. Then I didn't. I was young, figuring it out, thinking I was doing things that I wasn't doing, like not putting it together where I needed to put it together. So yeah, me trying to demand things and not knowing my worth made it hard for that transaction to happen. Because if I don't know my worth, she don't know my worth. And if I don't know my worth, I'm not showing what I'm worth.
Okay, hey Devin Ferris, real quick. I want y'all to continue. I'm actually about to hop on. My homegirl just hit me. Y'all go ahead and have this conversation for a few minutes. I'm gonna try to get her to come on too. Go ahead, y'all.
Yep. But no, like that's really just what it is. Like you have to know your worth. You can't just be out here lollygagging, pussyfooting, and thinking that it's just shit and rainbows. Like I believe you're still listening. I know you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I'm listening.
Even Josh, you can't demand something.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just trying to call her.
Yep. You can't demand something and you're not all the way in line. God not even gonna bless you and you're not all the way in line. So
Very
if
true.
if you're not standing on your Captain America, where you can compromise.
right. No, I know where you're going. Go ahead, preach. I'm gonna go back on mute.
Be like a tree. And that's really what it's supposed to be. All right, I can deal with this. You want to know why I can deal with this? Because I know who I am. And as knowing who I am, I know what I can and what I can't take. And the moment I can't take this, I'm going to tell you, hey, yo, I can't take this. So you either got to put it in your hands and take it or it got to go somewhere. And because I am the man, the one thing my girl always says is, I know my man is a man and I know what he's going for and what he's not going for. I caught it saying, listen behind the door. Listening, she not even know I'm standing behind the door. Her friend talking like, oh, I talked to this boo, wah, boo, wah. And she said, I don't know how you do that because I can't do that with Devin. Right. He feels something different. I'm checking it. I had a situation where one of our common friends tried to bring up where my girl was. And I checked her in that situation right there because she know how I'm coming. And then she checked him. Don't be doing that. Because my man's going to check me and you. How the fuck you know where my girl is? Now, babe, why the fuck he feel comfortable telling me where you at? And you can't do that if you out here pussyfooting. I don't let too much slide. You may got me once. And you can't even say you got me because every man goes this. Do I think I see what I think I see?
Exactly. Yeah.
Nah, I didn't see that shit. Yes, you did. The moment I got a question, do I think I see something? I'm on it. Nah, bitch, this is what it is. Because the last person showed me that. And the moment I start seeing my ex becomes a problem. Because then I'm seeing an old version of myself. Because you are what you attract.
Somewhat, yeah, I agree with that too, Devin. Cause I don't know what's going on with the homegirl, but she's gonna probably hit me back. But one thing you're saying is 100% correct. 100% correct. But just to bring it back to the Passport Bros, don't you think that maybe that's some of their argument too? Because bro, like I said, there's two types that I've seen in my research. Is the ones like how you said the ones that are weak, running off with because they think they can control a woman. Then there's some that say, you know what? I've worked hard to provide for myself because anytime, like right now, I'm in school for cybersecurity. I know when I get done with this, all the stress I'm going through, Devin, Ferris, all the stress that I'm going through to go through this, do you think once because this is a 6-figure job and it's very hard to get this type of 6-figure job, do you think that when I get a 6-figure job, I want a woman that's working at Walmart to tell me I ain't gonna listen because I work? Like, bitch, no, I mean, excuse me, I'm trying to, girl, don't you think that because me, Devin, you know, and Ferris, I know it's been a while since you hung out with me, you know, since I was younger, but I'm the type of dude, I'm always gonna give my woman some kind of say, but if she's being disrespectful, she has to she has to go. And I put the exclamation part.
No, you gotta stop. But see, Josh, you gotta stop putting yourself in that category because the person you are won't allow you to attract that kind of woman.
Exactly.
But the danger behind it and why I tell you to stop is because you can talk your way into a situation to find out what the next man is going through.
Mm-hmm. Well, explain a little bit. I'm listening.
Sometimes, because as men, we speak from a situation of how we will handle stuff, not knowing what that man has to handle. You get me?
Okay.
And so, when you genuinely love somebody, sometimes certain stuff does tend to be like, I'm doing this out of love, but my love is being tampered with.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm a backtrack and turn around while I can. The real thing is,
you cause a question on that. Go ahead. I was going to ask
because I really thought about it, and that's why I like to take my time and think. Well, that's why I smoke weed, because I can take my time and think.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna be quiet for a minute.
But no, you want to know why you're gonna take the what may feel as disrespect? Because you love that bitch, and at that moment, sometimes how we revert as human beings will make you be disrespectful. You want to know what the difference is after that moment, how it all transpasses for you. Are you going to come back and say, hey, yo, I was in my feelings, I'm sorry, and I hear you? Or is your disrespect going to go on? Because I'm not going to lie, there were moments where my girl was right and my innate nature was, bitch, what the fuck? What? You know?
Yeah, ego, pride. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Even in her, and that's a big thing for women that men don't talk about. Women have egos.
But see, that's my issue. They're not supposed to. See, a man's ego and pride is based upon what they have accomplished, which goes back to the passport, bro.
I mean, women accomplish a lot too.
Yeah, that is true. But when it comes to because then you have to look at like this. In the world, what a man has to go through and what a woman has to go through is two different type of struggles. And ours seems to be a little bit more strenuous. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is, because we men, bro.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that. But because of that, that means that she must understand what I had to go through. And if she refuses to listen,
no, she don't.
Then she has to go, because at the end of the day, what I went through provides for her better. And if she
really, my kids don't understand what I go through to provide for them.
Oh, but that's different, because that's your kids. But I'm talking about the woman you made them with, not you specifically. But I'm talking about.
I'm even talking about me, because I tell my girlfriend that we can explain it, bro. We can explain it, but in all reality, bro, they won't get it.
But see, that causes a problem, because some of that is rebellion.
Can you tell me you understand the woman logic?
No, but see, that's what you're saying. Women's logic, most of the time it's emotion, and emotion usually gets dominated by logic, because logic is consistent. Emotion is not consistent.
Really? Mm-hmm. Do you understand your mama's logic all the time?
No, but sometimes when she uses sometimes she uses things that she would say but aren't logical. It's how she feels. And sometimes how you feel can seem like it makes, and that's what's deceptive about emotion. It seems like it's right, but logic is low-key always right, even if it doesn't acknowledge feelings. And that's why I stick with logic over emotion, because emotion is like the seasons. It switches. You see what I'm saying? Logic is one season all the time, every time, regardless of how you feel. Now, some people can take that and apply to their ego, and that can make a problem. I understand what you're saying, but sometimes with the woman's emotion, she could sound like she's having a point. But like what I said earlier, if things go wrong, that emotion, nobody's going to care about what her feelings is. Well, you as a man, why didn't you? It's like the Adam and Eve thing. Everybody can emotionally understand that Satan lied to Eve and made her think, oh yeah, you could be just like the man, just like God. It sounds good, but it's still wrong, regardless of how good it sounded. You get what I'm saying? But the logic was, bitch, don't you ever eat of that fruit. Doesn't matter how good it sounded. Fuck that fruit. You're not supposed to eat from it, regardless of how you feel. You get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But Ferris, I'd like you to get into Devin. I didn't mean to cut you off. You know we have these all the time, so I'm
good. I know what it is.
Yeah, but Ferris, I didn't want to leave you out though too. Ferris, what you got to say? You've been silent, bro. I would like you to come in. I'm gonna put myself.
I'm doing a little bit editing at the same time, so I'm here and there. It's like I don't speak too much public about relationships, especially like personal. What's going on now? Because yeah, but shit, you just know what you want to and what you don't, and it's like if you know you trips out, you can't be with nobody that you feel like how you trip out, because it's all about, like you say, it's about your emotions, man. I'm trying to trip out, you feel like you're right and all that, so it's about having that balance, man.
I agree with that. Yeah.
A lot of times you gotta let you gotta let go of certain things as well. Ain't nothing gonna go 100% your way ever.
True. No, I feel you what you're saying there. Devin, what would you like to say? I had to make sure everybody gets a time, but Devin, I know you're vocal on this. Go ahead. What you got to say?
Man, no, you made a point about the about the Wills and the Carltons. I love the new version of Fresh Prince, because even Carlton had a Will side of him.
Yeah.
In this one, Carlton was cool, but Carlton's wanting to be approved, and that's what I feel that is. I feel like they need acknowledgement. Oh, because I do all this, I need it not, and I don't want it. That's how it sounds to me when I listen.
And once just to clear it up, because that was more towards me. I'm not saying because of what I earned, I can override what a female says, but because responsibility.
But I know you are. Once you start doing more of this research into this, it's weird. Because I really want to stay on topic, because that's your topic. When I get on here, we always tend to deveer from the topic.
Yeah, passport roles. Yeah, right.
But it's weird, because even like once because I really I look into stuff. Once I find something weirdly but interesting, I kind of look at it, and with Instagram, it'll start to feed you because your cue and what it sees what you're watching so much. I start to see a lot more of it in these podcasts like we're doing now. And a lot of it is weird because it also traces back to a lot of the trafficking that goes on.
Yeah, that's true. That's a big problem.
So it's not just about that. Sure, it starts off with that, and a lot of the younger men that you see, it's because their dads were doing it.
Yeah, the family dynamic.
It's just been brought into the family, and even if it's the Will or the Carltons, this is going on, because Passport Bros is one big collective in different branches. It's literally like the fucking golf club.
Okay, yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah.
And that's just what I see in it. If it's not, I'm not insecure. If I can't be insecure and I need my money to get you, I need you to be submissive, because my insecurity can't take somebody saying, hey, yo, this is not what I want, when I did all of this to have it my way.
Mm-hmm. Can I ask you this though? The doing all that to have it your way, don't you think that kind of provides, or at least kind of endows a man with the ability to be like, okay, I have learned throughout life exactly how I should handle situations, critical thinking. And sometimes critical thinking can be interrupted by our emotions. That's even as us as men when not dealing with women.
Oh yeah, but that comes from a person that had an actual young man experience. You got to think about it. These boys and these younger adults and early men, were handed everything.
Okay, yeah, that's different. Yeah.
Yes, that. These are Harvard students, like real preppy white and black kids.
I get okay. I see, because Devin, and that's what this big discussion is about. Because see, and this is the thing. There's two type of passport bros. The ones I'm talking about, where it's like I worked hard, and in my working hard, like I said, I don't want to discourage a woman from having her opinion. It's just like, because like I said, bro, if things go wrong, right or wrong, they're gonna blame the man, like we do with the Adam and Eve thing. It was wrong for Eve to even talk to a man outside of your husband and father, but it's still Adam's fault that he didn't say, "Look, shut up, bitch. We're not eating that fucking fruit." You get what I'm saying? It's a difference. But see, I understand where Adam, because Adam also said, "Flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone," meaning that that's where the line of compromise came. Because it's like, well, God, I know you told me not to, but this person that's a part of me decided to do something outside of me. But I'm like, well, that's the bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. What can I do?
But what you said was it's outside of me. Once again, stand, compromise where you can, but where you're not supposed to.
Yep.
And that's where he was not supposed to compromise. You did something outside of me, and that's why I said loving you, because I love you.
It can be deceptive.
Right, and that's not where it's supposed to be. But back to the topic, it's even in that, because a lot of those men have their patterns with them.
Yeah, my bad. Go ahead.
There are patterns with those kind of men. They're a little too aggressive. They're a little too demanding. They don't like losing, like to the point where it gets real. And some people can hide it very well than others. But as an ex insecure man, I can tell when another man is insecure, and that's what created a whole nother problem. I know, and even in that, because there was a point of time where
hold on, Devin. Continue your point, but talk to Ferris for a minute. Somebody's calling me on the line. You and Ferris, go at it for a second.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm gonna get out of here in a minute, man.
Nah, but go ahead, Ferris.
About them passport guys or whatever. You know, I feel like they're just a form of entertainment, influence, and all that. You know, it's fun to watch. You know what I'm saying? You know, peak interests and all that. But at the same time, they ain't found what they looking for. It's all entertainment. And all this time, you know, they're going out there for a wife, right? Yeah, so they're going out there looking for different wives or whatever, you know. They ain't found it yet, no matter if they nerds or whatever. It's just entertaining.
For me, it's just with the whole brand itself and Backpack Boys, knowing what I know from it, and just the biggest problem is the mass majority of these niggas are like sex traffic people. They're trafficking and kidnapping girls.
Okay, yeah, I'm back now, y'all. Yeah.
And that's just the biggest problem that I have with it. And even if you're not a part of that and you're doing what you think you came here to do, you get high up, you eventually know about the sex trafficking, or just not even the sex trafficking, just the trafficking that goes on, period.
Okay, well, time out, guys. You said sex trafficking. Maybe I missed something while I was on my phone call, but how do we get sex trafficking from passport bros? Because they're looking for wives, not girls to fuck on.
But like I said, a lot of those older men are caught up in scandals for sex trafficking.
Okay, true. Yeah.
And
the same one from passport bros?
And human trafficking in general. I'm telling you, look into it, bro.
I did, but I did it on the surface level of YouTube. Maybe I need to, break.
Yeah, even on YouTube, bro, because you have to also remember they're big. You can block a lot of videos on YouTube.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
If I don't want you to know something, and it's a big American thing. It's not even just like we have to stop looking at it as like once we figure out a name for it, it's like those Hollywood parties. It's the same thing that happens. Even in the White House, why you think our president be touching on little boys and little girls weird?
Very true. Yep, that's very true. Yeah, but Biden's nasty ass. Yeah, for sure.
They're passport bros. Why do you think all of our presidents spend so much time away in places where it's okay to be touching on little kids?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
A lot of these men are going to get barely 20-year-old. They're barely 20. So when we come back to America, it's fine.
I got a YouTube channel, man. I got a YouTube channel that break everything down.
Yeah, go ahead, drop that in the link, or no, excuse me, the link in the comment section, or send it in our messengers. Yeah.
Okay, got you, man. Y'all need to check it out, man. It break all that down, everything.
Okay, yeah, drop it down in my messenger, and I'll send it to Devin. Devin's a good dude, brother. Ferris, I'm telling you, I call him cousin just like I call you cousins. Go ahead and drop it in mine, I'll pass it to him.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah, like it's deep, bro.
Yeah,
a lot of that shit is it's when you
for us.
But see, you're gonna attract a woman, and you're gonna look for somebody that's like that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's for us.
Half the time,
yeah.
especially with you, Josh, it's not just you're not gonna be looking for you. Every even with the if you don't, do you mind me saying
which part
about M?
Well, it can't be nothing about the
no.
Yeah, that's off limits. Yeah, but go ahead.
Yeah, I know that. But even with the whole Amy, when you were talking to Amy,
Amy, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, she's fine. Yeah,
when you were talking about Amy, it was like when we talked about it and you seemed happy. It was like she just fell in my lap.
Right, it's because that she gave her, and you know, Devin, she gave her own opinion. I'll never block out Amy. In fact, to this day, I was just talking to her. I'm trying to get her to come on. I love Amy. But she was never disrespectful. She was never disrespectful.
Exactly. But see, once again, it comes when your pride. When we talk about that, when your pride is struck, sometimes it's gonna be taken as disrespectful. And even when it does get disrespectful, once again, it's not what you are right then. It's can you come back to me and say, "Hey, yo, I was wrong."
Yeah,
I was a little touched right there.
Yeah, because Devin, me, a type of person I am, bro, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I don't like being wrong. So if I'm wrong, the first thing I'm thinking to do is to reconcile with whoever I wronged, including especially my girl. Like if Amy was wrong or something, if I was right and she was, if I was wrong and she was right, it'll make my heart do good to know that, hey, baby, look, my bad. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That makes me feel good because
I'm happy that you got it right.
Right, yeah, because I don't like being wrong. So if she's right, I want to be right. So if my girl is right, I'm gonna look at that as God telling me, Josh, you were wrong on this. Your girl's telling, oh, okay, because I like to be right. You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
Yeah. No, so if you mean on that aspect, yeah, I have no problem admitting I'm wrong, because if I'm wrong, that's the worst. To me, that's the worst. I don't know about you and Ferris, but that's the worst place to be as a man, is I'm wrong and my pride is standing on being wrong. Hell no, I hate being wrong because that makes me look stupid, and I don't like to be stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Ferris, would you? One more thing, guys. I'm about to get into final thoughts because it's an hour and 17 minutes in. And like I said, I love y'all, and I'm grateful that y'all came on and spent your time with me today. Is there any final thoughts?
No. Just do more research about this passport bro shit, bro.
Yeah, because I want to get everybody's opinion. Yeah, because my opinion on go ahead.
It's not what niggas think it is. It looks innocent, but it's nowhere near innocent.
Straight up, right? For real.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Now dig into it. Okay, for sure. Well, thank you, Devin. Thank you. Ferris, did you have anything to say? I'm gonna, No,
I'm good. Yeah, I just feel like like looking to them guys, because a lot of times, man, it be a little agendas. There's always some type of agenda, especially like if it's like publicly funded, not funded, but accepted. You gotta look into them. I think it's just fluff. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's just something fun they doing with money or whatnot. They might be tied into something deeper.
Yeah, maybe I did need to pry, because I only pried a little bit before I got in this show, and there's other people I listen on YouTube, but I think they're more on the side that I was talking about, more of the because I listen to a lot of six-figure niggas so I can learn how to make six figures. That's how I got this cybersecurity idea. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking more of their behalf of it, but maybe they haven't even looked into the other side. Because like I said, there's a give and, like you said, Devin, there's push and pull, there's give and take. And maybe I've only been talking about the give part, but not thinking about the take. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And let's say some of them niggas, even if they know about it and they're not partaking in it, just being a part of that group makes you guilty by association.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, bro, not all cops are bad cops, but even if you don't say nothing, you're still a bad cop.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see that.
Like, how can you sit if your job is to protect and serve, and you know your boy out here slinging dope, killing, setting rival gangs up and shit like that, and you're not saying nothing? That means you agree with this shit. And being afraid ain't a good excuse.
Very true.
Not saying, well, I didn't do it, ain't a good excuse.
Yeah, good reasoning. All right, thank you guys. I appreciate you so much, Devin. You know I'm gonna talk to you again in the near future before you take off. Thank you guys. Ferris, is there anything you want to say? You said you're pretty much good.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Thank you guys so much. Like I said, much love to y'all. God bless you, each and every one of you, including the people in the chat. Beyond Boundaries, that's you, Ferris?
That what? Oh yeah, that's my other YouTube channel.
Okay, I'm gonna take a look at it. Devin, we get a chance, take a look at my cousin Beyond Boundaries. You know, I know it's only been a few minutes, but he's just like us. You can kind of see he knows what's going on behind the scenes. So go ahead and take him a look. It's trustworthy information. Thank you guys, everybody in the chat. You guys have a great day. This is JB Speakeasy, the black platform where black men speak freely. As you've heard, I'm JB9 Deuce. Y'all have a wonderful day and God bless you all.
All right, for sure.
Yup. All right.